Her voice barely rose above a whisper. Not scared, not excited, just quiet. "Hi, Daddy," she said, as soft as paper brushing skin. I'd only been away 3 days. Tokyo, quarterly meetings. 12 hours ahead, cheap hotel, thin walls, a colder bed. The usual. "Everything okay, baby?" I asked, smiling through something sharp lodged in my chest. She nodded, but her eyes didn't follow. Behind her stood my wife, motionless, arms limp at her sides, staring, not at me, not at our daughter, but through something invisible and dark. She didn't smile, didn't blink. She just stood there, watching. "Everything okay?" I asked again, but this time not to my daughter. This time, it was for the woman I trusted with my life, my heart, my child. The woman I had believed in so completely that I never questioned leaving my family in her care. She moved barely, a subtle shift of her hand. 3 fingers pressed flat against her chest, held there for a heartbeat. Not a wave, not a twitch. Deliberate, precise. The military distress signal. My mouth turned dry, not from fear, not from confusion, but because in that single second, the ground beneath everything I believed in cracked open. She had taught me that signal years ago, back when we first met, back when she was still a field nurse attached to a special operations unit. She had said, "Use this only if you can't say the danger out loud." And now, she had used it. I ended the call. No questions, no panic. 10 years of marriage, 6 years of trust, 4 years of being her partner in raising a child. I thought we were solid, unshakable. Apparently, I was wrong. I didn't yell, didn't rage. I booked the earliest flight home. I didn't even text her when I landed. I just walked through our front door. The house smelled like lavender and lies. My daughter ran into my arms. My wife followed a few seconds later, smiling, but too tightly, like she was still pretending, like she hadn't silently screamed for help 2 nights ago. In the hallway, I held her close, whispered, "Was that what I think it was?" She nodded, just once, barely. "Talk," I said, but she didn't. Not then. Later that night, she slipped me a folded note tucked into her sock drawer. "I can't say anything around him. He's always listening." It wasn't me she feared. It wasn't even about her. It was him, Ryan Keller, our neighbor, retired cop, friendly, divorced, helpful with the lawn, always waving, always smiling, said he loved kids. Turns out he really loved mine. It began with little things, a balloon, a doll. Then one day, my wife found something horrifying, a camera, hidden in what looked like a smoke detector, positioned to face my daughter's bedroom. She confronted him. He threatened her, said if she spoke, he'd release the footage, said he had connections, said she better stay quiet. So she did the only thing she could. She signaled me. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't fall apart. I planned. Step 1, get them out quietly. I moved them to a hotel, booked under my business account. No calls, no alerts. Step 2, wait for Ryan's Sunday grocery run. 15 minutes later, they were gone. The house was empty, except it wasn't. I left the lights off, left a toy rabbit on the floor, made it look like we were still home. I sat in the garage, silent, watching through a hidden lens I'd installed earlier that day, feeding live footage to my phone. He came, walked in like he belonged there, gloves on, straight into my daughter's room. He opened the closet. Step 3, call it in. I had already reached out to an old client, FBI, Cyber Division, called in a favor for one I'd given years ago. They had already started tracing Ryan's online activity. All they needed was proof of him breaking in. Now they had it. I texted one word. Now. 2 unmarked agents stormed the house. Ryan didn't even get a chance to take the gloves off. He screamed about entrapment, about being framed. But they had everything. The footage from his own camera, his hard drives, encrypted folders he thought he deleted. They hadn't been deleted. He'd just been sloppy, predictable. Turns out, this wasn't the first time. 3 other families, 3 other cities, But this time we caught him. They hauled him away before dawn. Now the house is quiet, peaceful. My daughter sleeps soundly again, her room no longer under surveillance. My wife smiles now for real. No more masks, no more fear. Sometimes I sit on the porch at night, look across the lawn at the empty house he used to occupy, and I remember, monsters don't always wear fangs or hide in closets. They wear friendly grins, bring over casseroles, wave to your kids. But I didn't let him win. I didn't lose control. I didn't let rage dictate the ending. I ended it with precision, with clarity, with justice. Because sometimes the quietest man in the room is the one writing the final chapter. And when I did, I didn't break. I didn't run. I became the father who finishes the fight, the husband who protects, the man who made sure the monster never smiled again.